Hello YouTubers, it's Friday afternoon. It's a very hot day here in Poland. I'll just give you a quick tour and an update of what we're up to. We picked this pumpkin a couple of days ago, basically because it was cracking. Probably the biggest pumpkin we've ever grown, so we have to process that. Behind, I bought a couple of these boards, 18mm thick, because I got a project which involves the wood. In the winter, we have to store the wood inside the garage. We had a problem with our water pipe, which has been drying out because there's a leak. So once the plaster's been put back, I'm going to put that 18mm plywood here because we store our wood. I'm going to sort of build a container to protect the plaster from the wood. And we also stack the wood this side as well, so I'll build something similar. It's going to be quite a big project. It's the first time I've tried something like this. I'll just take you to the front. We stacked all our wood. It took us about a week, but this is about half of it, and that's the other half. Basically, I had this construction put up last summer, but the problem is the roof is leaking in the middle where the plastic sheets join. So next year we're probably going to move this construction to behind this other one, and I'll have some metal sheeting put on this. So we have to cover the wood with a tarpaulin, which should be okay for the winter. Had really good fruit this year. This plum here is a green gauge, Rheingold. Got some fantastic fruit of it. Next to it is a sweet cherry. We've got quite a lot of fruit of this. These are two very mature trees now. Got a little young cherry here, which is, well, you can see this year's growth. So that's doing well. Gave the lawn a mow yesterday. The grass is getting pretty long. And here we've got, in Polish this is malinówka. Malinówka is raspberry. Very nice big apples, which have a sort of like a raspberry colour. Really big and juicy. These are ripening pretty quickly. This is a Roman plum. It has very nice plums, but they do get quite a lot of mould on them. So I'd say about half this crop we had to throw out just because of mould. So we'll spray it against mould next year. I mean, we did spray it once against insects, but we'll have to spray it twice for mould. I think this apple tree is a Czech variety. Again, very good crop. In fact, so many apples that we had a broken branch here. We're going to fix that after the mowing yesterday. And again, we thinned this out earlier in the season. Took off quite a few apples, but it's a very good cropper. The vines along the fence are doing very well. We make wine from this. We started 2 years ago, and We'll be making some more wine probably in September, October. Got some raspberries here. We got quite a few of these, well, mainly just for picking and eating. Nothing too substantial. It's been very dry, so we're hopefully going to have some rain this afternoon. A thunderstorm is forecast. Okay, just looking at this side of the house. Climbing roses have done well. We planted a little white quince down there, which seems to be doing okay. Still very small. And I'll have to check with my wife what this one is. Again, it nearly died, but a part of it is living. What is this plant here? I've forgotten what it is. This small one.
I can't remember now what it's called. In Polish it's called prusznik. It will have some nice blue flowers.
Prusznik. Oh yeah, that's right. It's very nice blue flowers. But it's...
If it survives.
Yeah, if it survives, exactly. So you can see everything's very green. This is August, so we're pretty relaxed. September's going to be a bit different when the kids go back to school. Along here is our herb border. This is our main herb area. We've got mint, apple mint. We've got tarragon. We've got some vines growing right along here. I think we planted about 3 vines. Oh, those are very good grapes. Very big and juicy. I think one of these vines is edible and 2 are for wine. So, but that's a nice crop. We've got a bit of rhubarb here, which definitely needs some water, and it gets badly attacked by slugs. Then we've got a couple of small fruit trees. This apple tree was bitten by one of the dogs, but it's coming back nicely. Got some nice apples on it. And that's our Cox. This is quite an old tree now, but again, very good crop this year, which we're having to support again. You can see that the trunk really is damaged. This is a problem in Poland because very cold winters, and then you start getting warmth in spring, and it splits the bark. You can put it's called vapno. It's like chalk. You can paint the trunks in early spring. I think we should start doing that with our fruit trees. My project here, I sanded and creosoted these planks yesterday. We're going to make 3 more raised beds out of these. I'll probably do it this weekend because we've got 6 raised beds in, and I want to try and get 3 more in before the winter. A little tomato and pepper greenhouse there. We got a few tomatoes. They haven't really done that well. We never have much success with tomatoes. Peppers are doing okay. These are like reddening up nicely. of our young chicks. Here we've got our Siberian blueberry. In this corner here we planted a mini mini kiwi, and for the first year we are getting a few young fruit. We want this to spread right across this dog kennel. We put some string up for it to grow across. Alright, chickens are waiting to come out, but it's too early. We let them into the garden in the evening. We've got about 5 young ones, I think, which are all the children of him. He's a good cock, not too aggressive, makes a lot of noise. This is our Polish greenleg, and our new acquisition, which are in, we call this the villa. This is where we put our hens with the hen with the chicks. We've got a friend who breeds quail, and he gave us 11. So we've had these for about 5 days now. Very flighty birds. Spend the whole time, all they want to do is escape. We put in a bit of shelter here because they don't like big open spaces, they like to hide. And because quail don't like to get wet, bought these 4 pallets. These will be good for the winter in particular because the snow does get high here in Poland. So this has turned out to be a good solution. We've got the main structure. We've put netting underneath that, which we've covered with hay, and then we've got 4 pallets here. So hopefully that's going to work. We'll keep them dry. Quail do not like to get wet. Compost bin, pretty low, but putting a lot of grass trimmings in there. This is our second cock. He's a young one. I think his mother was a grey bantam. He is quite crafty, this one. Okay, that's about it. Our neighbours have their meadow down there, which they took a second crop of hay off this year. That's unusual. Normally it's just one crop, but they did a second cutting a few days ago. So I'll give you an update of the back of the house in a separate video. Okay, have a good day.